This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
What is going on, everyone? The Houston Texans just dominated the New York Giants 28-10. Look, I know it's the preseason and these games don't matter, but this defense was flying all over the field today. Derek Stingley was swarming. Why did Daniel Jones continue to test them? We saw John Metchie have the game that we have been waiting for. He finally reaches the end zone, and the Houston Texans might have a new backup running back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about this preseason Week 2 matchup. My name is Ruben Calvillo, and this is the 713 Houston Sportcast, and I drop daily Houston Texans content. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest news, rumors, and updates. This episode was brought to you and powered by BetUS, and we have some words from Michael Vick.
Michael Vick at BetUS.com. Catch an incredible 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits, plus 10% gambler's insurance. BetUS, my online sportsbook and casino.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are taking full advantage of that 125% bonus deposit on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. Guys, let's talk about John Metchie. He deserves a round of applause. It was his day today. 6 receptions, 68 yards, 1 touchdown. This preseason has been important for John Metchie. We know who the top 3 guys are: Stephon, Nico, Tank. But what about wide receiver number 4? Is it Robert Woods? Is it Noah Brown? Is it Xavier Hutchinson? Is it John Metchie? There was a lot of competition for that wide receiver 4 and 5 spot, and John Metchie made a case for himself today. I mean, 68 yards, 1 tutty. We finally get to see the crane celebration in NRG. Look, this was a fantastic story. John Metchie working his way back from cancer, making a 53-man roster last year, doing it again, trying to do it again this year, and having, let's say it, the game of his career. And it's the preseason, ladies and gentlemen. I am so happy for John Metchie. With that being said, we were talking to Harley on Bleacher Report today, and we both agreed we could see John Metchie making this roster after his performance today. If you see after his touchdown, there's Nico, Collins, Tank, CJ celebrating with John Metchie. You know he's a team favorite. He's a fan favorite. Shout out to you, John. You rose to the occasion today. Someone who didn't. And once again, it was Dameon Pierce. 4 carries for 5 yards. The Houston Texans had 6 running backs carry the rock today. And I can honestly say Dameon Pierce was the worst. I have now got to the point, guys, where I don't believe Dameon Pierce makes this roster. And it's crazy because just 2 years ago, I was calling him a potential franchise guy, a late round draft pick who almost had 1,000 yards for you. Now we are talking about him not making this team. Your backup running back needs to be Cam Akers. Another strong showing today. 6 rushes for 29 yards, 4.8 yards a carry. J.J. Taylor, 5 attempts, 36 yards, 7.2 yards a carry. British Brooks, our undrafted free agent running back, 5 carries, 23 yards, 4.6 yards a carry, but also gave us 2 touchdowns on the ground. Jahar Jordan, 8 carries for 16 yards, 2 yards a carry, right? So, not that much better than Dameon Pierce, but better. I gave you 4 to 5 guys. Dameon Pierce does not make this roster. Either you release him at the time when it needs to be cut down to 53 or find a trade partner. What value does Dameon Pierce have? A 7th round pick. But like D'Amico Ryans told our young guys, we are not waiting for you. Dameon Pierce, unfortunately, we are not waiting for you. We need to see Cam Akers as our backup running back. If he cannot go, and I'm talking about Joe Mixon, cannot go against Indianapolis, it should be Cam Akers starting. Switching to the defensive side of the ball, their turnovers were all over. Jalen Petrie started it off with the pick 6. Our boy Cody Johnson is licking his chops right now. He told us years ago that Jalen Petrie needed to be close to the line of scrimmage, being that nickel role, in that slot cornerback role, and he had a game today. Not just threw the pick 6, but was dominant against the run. I think blew up a play for -3 yards. I want to see more of that from Jalen Petrie. That reminds me of year 1 Jalen Petrie. Derek Stingley. Oh my God. Almost 2 interceptions. Why did Daniel Jones continue to throw his way? I know what they were doing. I know they were trying to establish a connection, quarterback, wide receiver 1. But Derek Stingley was having none of that. And once again, I am going to tell you, if healthy, Derek Stingley is going to be one of the best, if not the best cornerback in the NFL. This secondary really showed out today, but of course, it was against the New York Giants. With that being said, guys, this is what you needed to see today. A dominant effort. You found out who could potentially be your wide receiver 4 or 5. You found out that Dameon Pierce is not the answer for you. Should not have a pivotal role on this offense. And then you saw Jalen Petrie just ball out. You saw Derek Stingley ball out. The Houston crowd showed out there. It felt so good to see it almost packed in a preseason game. I can argue that the crowd there today had more people in it than a David Culley game, than a Lovie Smith game. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are closer and closer to week 1. For more Houston Texans content, you guys know what to do. Follow me for more. Go Houston. Have a very blessed day. Oh, don't forget, this episode was brought to you and powered by BetUS. Take advantage of that 125% bonus deposit on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000.